let's talk this business, okay? So I have a lot of things I want to go over right now. Mainly what I want to talk about is 2023, what we did, how we did it, and then a little bit of the numbers on that, and then the kind of goals and the growth that we're trying to look for in 2024. All right, so let's start with 2023, okay? So I have a little bit of data here, okay? So these are our top referral companies here, okay? So we got Furniture Row, we got Woodley's, Lazy Boy, we got AFW, we got Room and Board, Scandinavian Design, Colorado Casual, Ethan Allen, and then we also have Facebook, Google, we got repeat customers, we also have word of mouth. So this is essentially last year, okay? So we did 265 jobs from referrals from Furniture Row. It's a big number, okay? It's gonna really increase this year. That was 19.7% of all of my jobs for 2023. Now you can go break it down. Woodley's also 17.8%, and this is also interesting too, right? So Furniture Row, they have 6 stores around the Denver metro area. Woodley's, I have 3 stores around the Denver metro area. Lazy Boy, there's like 4 or 5 around the Denver metro area. So like there's multiples of these stores, it's not just one. But yeah, so these are like the overall numbers, okay? And then up here, I've got kind of like the overall stuff. So 1345, that is the amount of jobs that we completed in all of 2023. Now, 2023 was a big roller coaster of going up in jobs. We ended at just under or just right around 350,000 last year. And I have some big goals for this next year. But we averaged 259 a sale. So out of all the jobs we did, we averaged 259 for that. Now, a big thing that I have been working on this past year was starting to get referrals, starting to get repeat customers. That was a big hit that we tried to do. So in 2023, we had 92 repeat customers, and we had 29 customers that were referred from those customers that were previously used, okay? So it's not a referral as in from a furniture store, it's a referral from a client, a customer, okay? But I really started heavily doing this in July. So as you can see, out of those 92, 66 came after July. And then 19 referrals came after July out of those 29, okay? So this is something that's going to increase into this coming year, but I'm trying to, so it ended up being 9%. 121 of the 1345 is 9% of all of my jobs came from repeat customers and referral based from those repeat customers, or just customers in general. I would like to increase this to 20%. That's what I would like to increase it to. We'll see how that works. Okay, let's keep on going here. So, some of the things to look at. So I might need to get onto my computer for a second. Just bear with me for a sec. All right. So, the growth of things that I'm looking for is going. There's going to be growth, okay? So, for instance, all right, Furniture Row, the entire year, 265 jobs came from that one, all right? The growth that I'm looking for, I'm trying to really increase that number. So, year to date, we are at February 13th of 2024. We've done 44 jobs already for Furniture Row. So let's just say that that's just the 1 month. I understand it's a little high, but I'm just it's going to increase throughout the year. Let's just times that by 12 months. So that equals somewhere around 528. So roughly, we're predicting almost a double in referrals from this one company. Now that comes with time. It doesn't just immediately happen. This whole past year, 2023 was once I entered Furniture Row, and I built a relationship all the way through, and they're rocking it. And we're going to continue to build those relationships. So everything should potentially grow. Excuse me. All right, so that's just one example of things, okay? So repeat referral customers increasing from 9 to 20%, okay? Furniture Row going from 265, I want it to be over 500. There's increases of things. With that 1345, that's what we did last year. This next year, I want to increase some things, okay? So I would like to do 5,000 total pickups, and I would like to average $300 a pickup. Now, I would like to increase all of it. This is just a basic goal for the year, but I want to try and beat it, and I want to try and dominate this goal here. But this doesn't even reach my goal of what I'm looking for. All right, so 5,000 jobs at $300 a job, that only equals 1.5 million. I know you say only, but I'm trying to go for $2 million this year. And then that's where it gets me into the rest of this, okay? So selling and growth, okay? So I have a few things that I'm trying to do here. So growth, all right, this is just the haul away business, okay? How is it that I can grow it? How is it that I can, have record-breaking months, record-breaking days, record-breaking everything, right? So we recently, it's winter right now, okay? I think I'm growing through the winter, but I've been working on this the entire year. There's no, not preparing for winter. You always have to prepare for winter. But instead of just going down and losing all work and taking all everything, I just continue to push through and try and continue to grow through this. So I'm going to be seeing a lot of growth, but just recently we had some really big jobs happening, okay? We had a $15,000 week the other week, and how do I make that all the time? How do I make it not just $15,000? How do I make it $20,000 a week? How do I make it $100,000 a week? So those are the questions that are coming to my brain right now. And how is it that I can make it consistent? How is it that I can get those jobs all the time, okay? Now, I might not have the answers to these questions right now at the moment, but I'm working through them, and I'm trying to visualize it, I'm trying to think about it, I'm trying to just break this all down, and that's what you're looking at right here. It's just a big mind vomit of just what I'm trying to think of and how I can kind of grow this. So there's some key elements in here, okay? So deliveries, do I want to take on more deliveries? Do I want to deliver furniture for stores? Is that something that's going to be a possibility? I do floor model deliveries for some furniture stores, but am I trying to increase that? Do I need to? Do I need to take on more of that? It's a question, I don't know. Do we open to further areas? Okay, so we currently cover the Denver metro area. We do some foothills, but we cover all of the Denver metro area. And then the way that Colorado works, if you don't know Colorado, it's basically Denver. That's basically what we got. There is Colorado Springs in Fort Collins, which are north and south, but they're smaller cities compared to Denver. But they're growing. It'll eventually be one. But do I start going out to Colorado Springs and Fort Collins? It's an hour drive to Colorado Springs. It's an hour and 30-minute drive to Fort Collins. So do I dedicate a specific day to that? Maybe I open up Wednesdays to Colorado Springs and Thursdays to Fort Collins. I have to experiment and think and see how this is going to work, because currently I don't get very many opportunities up there, but that can change the second I open it up. Next thing, okay, assisted living facilities, okay, so that's a big one that I've been focusing on. As you can see here, all of last year, all of our opportunities mainly came from furniture stores, okay? So furniture stores is the one that we captured first, okay? Now, how do we get more furniture? How do we find more people that are needing to get rid of their furniture? How do we find more people that are just downsizing? Someone passed away, and now they're moving, or they don't have they just need to get rid of everything. All of that stuff. How do I get those? How do I get them all? How do I get everything? So assisted living facilities, okay? The moving coordinator, how do I get the in-between? How do I get them before they see them? How do I get the customer before they see the move-in coordinator? Because when I talk to these assisted living facilities, a lot of them are already taken care of and downsized by the time they even talk to the move-in coordinator. So how is it that I can be in between? Is there somebody that I need to talk to? Is there an ad I need to post? Is there just like content I need to produce? You know, so like these, like, you know, what is it that I need to do to get there? Okay. So this right here is a big question, big thoughts, trying to figure out what is next, okay? How do we get that consistent growth, okay? So right now, I think I'm still trying to average between like $1,700 and $2,000 a day. How do I get it to where I'm averaging $3,000 to $4,000 a day? How do I average $4,000 a day? How do I average $5,000 a day? You know, like, so it's, I have to, and there's something I didn't even put on here about the growth is Saturdays. So we currently work Monday through Friday, and there's a thought or consideration of Saturdays. How do I open up Saturdays and make it to where I'm not working extra all the time? You know, like I'm already working all the time. You know, like, you know, regardless if I'm on the trucks or off the trucks, I'm always trying to grow this and build this. My weekends are always doing furniture stores, spending time with my family when I can. So how do I increase my workload? So how do I increase everything, okay? So even with like, you know, opening up Saturdays, you know, do I just do Saturdays, or can I do maybe like time and a half Saturdays where like I'm essentially having a 50% markup on Saturdays for, you know, if you're really needing it on Saturday, we can do it. It's just at a premium, you know? So they're just thoughts to think about, okay? Because that goes with this too, raising prices. I've already raised my prices going into the new year, but the thing is, I need to raise them again. You know, like it's just like I need to constantly raise because like I still don't have enough money to keep on growing this business like this. Like I have the work coming in, but am I too inexpensive? So like what are the thoughts in this? Like how is it that I can raise prices, not only raise prices, but not destroy my customer average, right? I need to obviously bring my individual price up, but how is it that I can still maintain my number of clients that I'm getting, okay? Now that all gets to this, all right? That gets me to this, all right? But I need to get to 2 million, all right? So I can't be at 1.5, I need to be at 2. That's kind of what I want to end at. That's where this comes into play, selling. So I haven't really done much in the selling aspect. I've attempted, I've tried, I'm retrying, I'm redoing some things, I'm trying to do it in a different way now, but it's going to come with problems. It's going to come with change. It's going to come with more work. It's going to come with a bunch of different things, okay? So am I going to be like a flea market? Am I going to go to flea markets? Am I going to create a booth there? Am I going to sorry, I got something in my eye. Am I going to make my storage unit some sort of flea market type area? Am I going to irritate my storage facility for doing this kind of thing? So like these are like little questions that I'm having and trying to figure out what's going on. Doing the ads. So last week was our first sale. Nothing happened. All right, it snowed. You know, like if it snows, like a regular business that has indoor and heat, it struggles to make enough sales for that day. You know, like what makes you think that an outdoor storage unit people are going to start showing up for and lining up for? You know, so it's like it's just one of those problems that we're dealing with, and we're trying to figure out how to make work. So the ads, though, they didn't, even though they didn't produce people, they did produce conversation of different items that we're trying to sell. So maybe we can redirect that into just instead of directing a day, what if we just like make ads for this stuff and just try and sell it fluidly all the time? So that's the thought that I'm having. Okay. We got Facebook Marketplace, we got OfferUp. Those are big ways of selling on top of the ads that are constantly generating things, okay? And then we got flippers and wholesale, okay? So flippers and wholesale is people around town that restore things or that want to take furniture and they want to take a bunch of it so they can take on a project, or they feel like they can sell it better, you know, they can stage it better, they can do all of these things. But the only thing is with doing that, it means that you have a lower price because you're not trying to, you know, get as much as you can out of it. You're trying to make it to where someone else can make as much as they can off of it. So these are the things that are happening right now, okay? A big aspect, word of mouth. A big aspect, raising prices, but growth. Oh, I forgot to talk about these guys right here. All right. So this is another thing that we're trying to like evaluate and try and figure out what's how to grow outside. So like we have furniture stores. We got assisted living facilities. Okay. These areas, I'm trying to think of a different approach. Okay. So these places are constantly having customers or clients coming through that could use someone to take away their old furniture because they're replacing their new one, or they're they're just replacing a recliner, or they're downsizing from their 3-bedroom house to their 1-bedroom apartment. Okay, but now this one is a little bit different, okay? So how do we maybe go into some high-end businesses and offer our services to their employees? So how is it like, and now I'm trying to think of this in a different light, right? So if you just think of a regular business that's out there that has like entry-level employees, you know, like it's not, you know, like everybody's struggling. Like everybody's struggling, you know, like everybody's paycheck to paycheck or whatever the case is, right? That might not be our client, the one that's like, you know, 18, 19, 20, 25. That might not be our client because they can do everything themselves, or they don't have the money or want to pay someone to take away their furniture, right? But if we looked at law firms or, you know, these high-tech companies that have starting like high wages that are required, you know, college and blah and experience and blah, 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 you know, how is it that we can get into like different law firms or Arrow or Lockheed Martin? How can we offer our services to their employees at a discount just because, like, you know, they might have, between those three companies, might have 6, 7, 8,000 employees for just those three companies, all right, here in the Denver metro area. You know, like how many of those can we get? Can we get 10%? Can we get 5%? Can we get 1%? You know, like if we get 1% of 8,000 employees, how many is that? You know, is that 80? You know, like, so it's still 80 extra jobs, you know? So I'm trying to figure out how I can just try different approaches, okay? In this growth aspect, you know, like there's so many options and things to think about, and I'm not even thinking of them all yet. You know, this is just 2024. This is going into year 4, you know? So, yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Now, before I keep on going, do you have any questions of things that I've said or talked about? I know you're not really on camera, but I'm asking. Maybe I can hit and touch on.
I was just listening.
Yeah.
I should have been thinking of questions while you were talking.
Don't even worry about it. I just thought I'd ask. Okay. Yeah. So that's kind of what I'm thinking for 2024. We're going to see how this all goes. This is just my goals that I'm trying to reach and trying to hit. And the only way that I can really plan this out is by like seeing it sometimes. Okay. All right. What are your goals?